Hello everyone, I am here to share you my true love story which has happened in my workplace. Stay with me, thank you. Never thought I'd fall in love at the place where I worked. But life has a funny way of surprising you. Especially when you least expect it. My name is Alina. I'm 35, independent and hardworking. I had just started a new job at one of the biggest marketing firms in the city. Excited, nervous, and determined. That was me on my first day. But I never imagined the man sitting in the corner glass office would become the center of my heart. He walked into the meeting room like he owned the place because, well, he did. Mr. Daniel Carter. Confident. Quietly charming. Sharp jawline, neatly combed hair, and eyes that could read through your soul. He greeted the team, and when his eyes met mine, something changed. Just for a second, time paused. Our eyes locked. I felt a shiver down my spine. "Welcome to the team, Alina," he said with a soft smile. His voice was calm, but it stirred something deep in me. Weeks passed. We kept things professional, always polite, always distant. But every now and then, I'd catch him glancing at me when he thought I wasn't looking. And I couldn't help feeling butterflies every time I saw him. One Friday evening I was working late. The office was almost empty. I was lost in my project when I heard a voice behind me. "You work too hard, Alina." I turned and there he was. Daniel, holding 2 cups of coffee. "I thought you might need this," he said, placing one on my desk. "Thank you," I smiled nervously, our fingers brushing slightly. We sat, talked, and laughed like old friends. That night I saw a softer side of him. Not the boss, not the leader. Just a man with dreams, fears, and a beautiful heart. Studio microphone. Scene 3. The growing bond. From that night things slowly changed. He started walking by my desk more often. Asking about my ideas, my weekend, my favorite coffee. We'd steal glances during meetings. Smile at each other across the room. One morning he surprised me with a cup of my favorite latte. With a little sticky note on it. "You make this office a little warmer." I smiled all day. The rainy day. Then came the day. The one I'll never forget. It was raining heavily. I forgot my umbrella and stayed back late, hoping it would stop. But it didn't. Daniel came out of his office, saw me by the window, and said, "Come on, I'll drive you home." I hesitated. "I don't want to trouble you." He smiled. "Alina, you're never a trouble." His words melted something inside me. In the car it was quiet at first. Just the sound of rain. Then he spoke, his voice low. "I've tried to stay professional, to keep my distance. But every time I see you, it gets harder." My heart pounded. "I feel the same," I whispered. He stopped the car, turned to me, and for a moment, we just stared at each other. Then he leaned in, and our lips met. Soft, slow, filled with emotion we'd both been holding back. The rain outside became a rhythm to our kiss. From that night on, everything changed. We kept it quiet, of course. We had to. But every meeting, every passing moment in the hallway, felt like a spark waiting to ignite. He'd send me sweet notes, sneak glances, whisper compliments under his breath. Once, during a team dinner, our hands touched under the table. No one noticed. But I felt like the whole room could hear my heartbeat. But love isn't always easy. One day a senior manager found out. Rumors began to swirl. Daniel called me into his office. He looked serious. "Alina, I need to protect you. If this affects your reputation or career." I stopped him. "I'm not afraid. What we have, it's real. I'd rather face the storm with you than hide from it alone." His eyes softened, and he took my hands in his. "You amaze me," he whispered. Eventually, Daniel did something I never expected. In a board meeting with senior staff around, he stood up and said, "There's something I need to share. I'm in love. Yes, with someone from this office. And I won't hide it anymore." I froze and vibrate my lip. He turned and looked at me. "I love you, Alina. I'm proud of us." Silence. And then, slow, understanding nods. Later I asked him why he did it. He smiled. Because I want to walk into every room and never be afraid to look at the woman I love. From then on, everything felt lighter. We no longer hid. He'd walk me to my desk, bring me coffee, take me out after work. Some people whispered, but most smiled. Because what we had wasn't just an office romance. It was real, raw, honest love, built on long nights, deep talks, and shared dreams. 1 year later, he called me into the same meeting room where we first met. It was empty, except for a small box on the table and a single rose. He got down on one knee. Alina, from the moment you walked into my office, you brought light to my life. You made work feel like home and silence feel like music. Will you marry me? Tears welled in my eyes. Yes, Daniel. Yes. Sometimes, love walks into your life in the middle of ordinary days. In a cold office building. During a late work night. With a simple cup of coffee and a kind smile. I fell in love with my boss. And he turned out to be the love of my life. And now, every Monday morning, I walk into the same office. Not just for work, but for the man who once changed everything. With just one look. Already give up. He steal my heart. That is all. Thank you. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more romantic tales that touch your soul. Tell us in the comments. Have you ever had a secret office romance?